welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the live. How you guys doing today? Y'all let me know as you guys come in the chat. How are you doing? And make sure you are commenting if you're watching a replay. Let me know down below if you're watching a replay how you're doing. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Shout out to everybody who is new. Shout out to everybody who is coming back. I'm going to go ahead and add a poll question, and I have one today. I have a question today. Y'all know, so this be my last thoughts. It'd be the last thought because I'd be more worried about making sure I know what I'm saying. I'd be more worried about that. But y'all, we have a good episode today. Oh, thank you. Hey Chris, we have a really good episode today. Are you guys excited? We're going to be talking about money and marriage. We all know that money is one of the biggest predictors in the downfall of marriages. So we're talking about that today. And the question today is asking us, will money ruin your marriage? Will it ruin your marriage? Here's how you know. So I'm going to go ahead and add the question. That means something. Oh, I love it. And you was wondering if you was gonna get blocked. Why would I block you? Now, why would I block you, Chris? So I'm gonna go ahead and add the poll, and I'll wait a little bit to see who all comes in before we get started. I'm super excited about this conversation today because I feel like it will give a lot of people understanding, and it will give a lot of people understanding, and it will give them something to work off of. So I'm adding the question right now. Thank goodness for my computer. Y'all know my favorite thing has been my computer while I'm on live, because it's going to make it so easy. Y'all, if y'all used to be here, you would have seen me over here trying to type everything on my phone, and it's like, girl, just use your computer. You say you left Candace Owens. Oh, you used to watch her? I don't know much about her platform. So are you comparing me to her platform? I don't know. What does that mean? Okay, one more and I'm going to post the question. Okay, one more. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I just posted the question for y'all. The poll is up. I'm excited to see who all answers this question today. So make sure that you are answering the poll question below, y'all. Make sure you're answering it. So far, it looks like Gracias Antonio Marinque. It looks like half. Okay, so only a couple of people voted so far. And someone said one provider, one homemaker, and the other one said, I honestly don't know. Okay, well, we're going to figure it out today. Well, at least you can figure it out if you stay and listen. That's up to you. Make sure y'all like the video as you guys come in, especially for my returners. And remember, y'all, I am Meiana. My name is Meiana. I'm a sage woman. I'm a sage woman, and I am the inner work coach. Everybody be so worked on, I need to look good on the outside. I need to make sure I have this together, my money together, this. And I'm here to help you get your life together on the inside, because it all starts on the inside and it begins to manifest outwards. So nothing's going to change unless you change the inside first. You will continue to be overwhelmed, overworked, and stressed out and anxious if you don't change the inside first. And that's what I'm here to do, is support you guys in the inner work. So make sure that if you are someone who often feels overworked and overwhelmed and disconnected from yourself, your passions, and your goals, book a free 15-minute consultation below. It's linked down below. It's free 15-minute consultation, and I will identify at least one limiting belief that I hear in your vocabulary, in your wording, in your spirit. Also, I'm an intuitive queen, so I can intuit many of these things as well. So I combine both my emotional intelligence as well as my evidence-based research to support you guys in bettering your life. So that's what we're here for, is the inner work change. Are y'all excited? So we're talking about money today, money and marriage. Whether you're married or not, you don't have to be married for this conversation to pertain to you. Because if you even think about partnership, this conversation will pertain to you. If you want a man or a woman who live with you in your house, whether you married or not, this conversation is going to pertain to you. So how y'all doing on this beautiful Monday? Okay, Chris. Okay. It says something. Grammar doesn't matter as long as I understand what you mean. How y'all doing? Make sure y'all vote in the poll, y'all. We're going to get started in just a second. Just make sure y'all vote so we know what's going on. What do you guys think? So far we got, ooh, wow, I didn't really think that many people were going to be like, I don't know. I didn't know people were going to think that. But, oh, okay, it's moving. So nobody is saying 50-50 though, which is very interesting to me. But it's an equal amount of one provider, one homemaker, one earns, one pays the most bills, and then I don't know. You said got you feeling slow? Well, that's what we're here for, is to get you sped up. Get you sped up with the knowledge. So, yeah. Okay, we have a few more minutes before we're going to get started, y'all. So, y'all let me know how y'all Sunday going. Let me know what y'all think about these conversations in general. Have y'all been really tuned in for real? I know a few of y'all have been tuned in, like, for real. Remember, these conversations inspire you to have goodwill. What is goodwill? Gratitude. You cannot have gratitude for what you don't know. So with me providing evidence-based information about what is going on in the world currently, you guys have a better idea of how to navigate your own life. You can have gratitude for what you really want. Sometimes we get so stuck and we get so lost because we only see what our environment shows us, what our social media shows us, which our social media is often a reflection of our environment. But today, here on this channel, we're getting the evidence-based information, what's going on in this world. Y'all make sure y'all like the video and y'all make sure y'all vote in the poll. I want to hear your answers. I want to hear what you're thinking, okay? So today we're going to be answering the question of how do different ways of earning money, managing money, and thinking about money affect marital satisfaction, marital stability, and divorce risk. So we're going to be answering those questions today because many studies have been done on this topic. So many people have been interested in it. They've done the studies. The information from the studies are out here to be looked at and analyzed. And so, we know that financial issues are one of the biggest reasons why people divorce. But what does the inside of that look like? That's what we're here to look deeper into. And how do we prepare ourselves for when we are in a marriage? Because most people, not everybody, but a large amount of people subconsciously want to be partnered up. They may not want to be married, but most people want to be partnered up, right? So, this equates to that as well. But how does this information affect marriages, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started because I'm ready to start talking. I be trying to wait a little bit for everybody to come in, but it be taking too long. So right now, okay, here we go. So we got 8 votes. Before I get started, I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. 8 votes, 25% says one provider, one homemaker is the most realistic for a future marriage. 38% says both earn, one pays most bills. 12% said fully 50-50 split. And then 25% said, I honestly don't know. So, interesting. Are y'all ready? Let's get into the conversation. So, like we already said, most people are not arguing about who's doing the chores, who's picking the kids up from school. That's not the arguments that's leading people to go and get divorced more often. The arguments more often is finances. I'm dead. Not you trolling in the comments, friend. Not you trolling in the comments. Girl, she must be famous. I never even heard of her, but she must be that girl. Okay, friend. So again, it's not about how much people are earning more often when it comes to these marriages. It's more about how they discuss, how they trust their partner with their finances, the stability of their finances, and how their values align. If you watched our previous video about commitment, you know that values are one of the most important things as well, because it shows what the relationship is committed to. And when you and your partner know your values, you guys can be on the same page, and it will be less conflict when you guys have similar or the same values. Okay, so using the US panel, this data from 2012 found that financial disagreements were the strongest predictor of divorce, even when controlling for income and other types of conflict. Boom. Okay. So these type of arguments about money is the strongest predictor in about 5 to 7 years. If you with a new couple, you say you go out with your friends, it's you and your friend, and then the bill come and you see that they get into a little argument about the money, oh baby, just prepare to be supporting your friendship in the divorce courts in a few years. They argue about money, especially in public. Prepare to be supporting your friend in the divorce process, because that's the biggest predictor of divorce. So it's not just about the arguing back and forth. It's not like couples are like, oh, we having these problems, let's go back and forth to argue. There's a deeper issue when it comes to finances in the relationship. The deeper issue surrounding trust, power, or even security, right? And what that means is you hear them arguing about money, but really subconsciously what's the underlying, the root of that argument is, I don't trust you. I don't trust you with this money. I don't feel stable with our money. I don't feel secure with this money thing for some reason. But what we're arguing about is how much the tab was on the bill, So when people get into that mindset, you have to understand the way you perceive one thing is how you perceive many things. The way you do one thing is how you do many things in your life. So if you are worried about the finances and it's stemming from trust, understand that there's going to be a bigger issue of trust in your relationship. Okay? Finances is just going to be one area. Hey, hi, how are you? So a recent study in 2024 found that people who worry about finances perceive their partner's behaviors more negatively. Hey, Andrew. Okay, meal prepping. Shout out to the meal prep king. He's prepared for the day, for the week. At first, you didn't think that way? Trying to play me like a... Oh, okay. So, again, what that means, people who worry about finances perceive their partner's behavior more negatively, is that there is that worry wart on that individual's shoulder, and that worry wart is putting glasses on that individual, and now through every lens of their relationship, they are viewing the financial problems that they have, right? So yeah, the partner sees that, okay, my partner is a habitual spender. He doesn't budget. He doesn't even think about having a conversation with me before he spends large amounts of money. So now, even if we're just going out, let's say we're just going to a concert. Now we leaving the concert and we arguing because you went and bought a hot dog and didn't have a conversation with me. But really the problem was, no, larger events have happened that now is leading me up to being like, you went and bought this hot dog. Why you didn't talk to me about the hot dog? And now we arguing about a hot dog because of previous mistrust with money. Is the problem the hot dog? No. Y'all know damn well that probably ain't no hot dog. But when you caught in the moment and you caught in that very cycle, you forget about everything. You forget that the problem is even not the hot dog, right? And then you don't have the ability to communicate about the true problem because you got so lost in the sauce of the problems that y'all have and the worrying that you have. Arguing about food is wild. Y'all know I just be making up random situations. I gotta be quick on my toes with these situations. If it's a fair hot dog, you might have an argument. You said no, I didn't give a fuck about money, but they left me even after they got everything. So I feel like oh, you feel like you got played. Okay, so you okay. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. That's an interesting perspective. Hey, guys, I'm blessed. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, John. Hey to my people. Happy Monday. So again, people who are worrying about finances, there's a deeper picture to it. They're going to create more worry, and they're going to put that financial stress and worry in different areas of their life, even if it doesn't make sense in the relationship. So, even if the partner is not doing anything differently, it could have been the same thing. Oh, well, I always wake up and go to the gas station in the morning before I go to work and get coffee. But now we arguing about me going to go get coffee because you don't trust me with money. Hey, cornbread. Like, that's how it really happens. So financial worry distorts the interpretation of things. It's like, again, I say worry word, but you can see it as the devil on your shoulder, and it's in your ear talking about, oh, you see how he's spending that money? You see how she's spending that money? Oh, you can't trust her. You can't trust her. Even if it's $1, he just gave $1 to a homeless person. Now we're going to be poor. That's what's going on in their head. So neutral actions are more likely to be read as selfish, uncaring, or even unhelpful because of these money problems. And so this means that unresolved money stress can quietly create bigger problems. It can erode the relationship that you guys have, and it can erode the ability to have gratitude for your partner in the relationship that y'all have. And it's not just about money fights, okay? So there are different roles when it comes to marriage. Oh, we got 16 votes. So before we get into the roles and before we talk about which roles are better for a relationship overall, based on the science, based on the evidence, which ones are better for both partners. Mind you, these roles, I'm going to let you guys know, are based on male-female partnership. But understand that even in same-sex relationships, you'll have a more feminine and a more masculine individual. And oftentimes they'll fall in that category as well. So even if you are in a same-sex relationship, you'll be able to decide what is the best role for yourself. And I want you guys to think about, what roles have you done in previous relationships? I know for me, any relationship that I've ever been in, it's always been the man being the provider in the relationship. So I've never had to be in a particular relationship where I was the breadwinner or the provider. But if you have been, you'll be able to listen to this conversation, okay? But there's more than just those two relationships. So let me look at the poll real quick. We have 17 votes. So 18% said that the most realistic for future marriage is one provider, one homemaker. 24% said both earn, one pays most bills. 29% said fully 50-50 split. And another 29% said, honestly, I don't know. Interesting. Thank you, House of Utopia. Okay. I'm surprised that 50-50 is winning. I'm super surprised. Let's see what happens. So we're going to get into the models. Make sure you like the video. Share the video. If y'all know a man who be bumming off of women, share this video with them. If you know a woman who don't ever have a passion or a life or a career, or she don't have no desires to be a better woman, send this video to her. Even if it's an ex-girlfriend, make sure it's shady. Say, I thought about you when I watched this video. And then tell her to go to this exact point in the video. He said, right now I don't because I'm happily single. Okay, shout out to all my happily single people. So here's the roles, the economic role models in marriage. So you have the traditional model. So what that looks like is the male is a primary breadwinner and the provider, and the woman is going to be the homemaker. The woman is going to be the one who is taking care of the home. The man is going to be taking care of all the external things and making sure the resources are brought into the home. So this is more traditional because what we've been used to is what we've been socialized for, right? We've come out of, within the last 100 years, the laws have changed so much. But at one point, women weren't even able to open a bank account. So they were not able to be the primary breadwinner. It wasn't possible. But now we're in a new age, but we're still adjusting because we still have the same genetics and mindset of our ancestors, right? So this is the most traditional model, and research across multiple countries shows that when the man is a primary earner and the woman specializes in their home at the home in the house, marital stability can be relatively high. So they feel stable and more satisfied. And this is especially in the cultures with men who are strong male breadwinners. So that's going to be like more Asian countries, Nigeria, and some African countries are like this as well, where the male is the breadwinner, and that is how they're socialized to be. You don't believe in what, Byron? Because I don't know anymore. You don't know anymore. Oh, it's okay, friend. That's what we're here for. It's crazy. One of us has to say more than the other. As for me, I'll pay for the most. I'm not tripping on that. Just make your own. Boss up. Okay, period. Boss up. So, that is the more traditional way. And the problem with that, the only problem with that, because it's not a problem with that being a tradition, people are highly satisfied in that model of relationship. But the problem is that if the man has any economic problems, any financial issues, maybe a loss of job, then it hits that relationship, right? If his income decreases, the marriages may face more of a risk of separating if that is a problem. Now, the thing about that separation is, I've told you guys in our last video that as a man, if you are the breadwinner, which most men want to be the breadwinner, right? That's how you're socialized to be. You need to make sure that you have your plan A, B, and C together if you're going to be the breadwinner. So what that means is you have, and I'm going to tell you again, I told you in the last video, but I'm going to tell you again, that means you have 3 to 6 months of emergency savings. You have 3 to 6 months of emergency savings. You have investments that are easily liquidated. If you don't know what that means, y'all do y'all's own research, okay? You have investments that are easily liquidated, and then you may have other investments that are not as easily liquidated, but you can still find a way to sell. Those are at least 3 backup plans for when you go through struggles, so that you don't go through you don't have to experience that higher risk of separation because of financial stress. Because what that shows is, okay, even when we go through the toughest times, the male provider in this household knows what to do to make sure that we're still okay. Hey, Rico. Okay, and that's what I'm saying, Andrew. That's what I'm saying. That's the mindset. I love it. I love it. So another issue with this traditional model is that women in this model can experience reduced long-term earning capacity, right? And they have a higher vulnerability after divorce or being widowed due to not being in the labor market. So the problem with more of a traditional model, right, is that now the woman doesn't have much work experience, and she's not going to be as easily hireable. So, and I'm giving you backup plans for these problems, because these are real problems that occur. Women lose their husbands, and now they're relying on insurance to take care of the bills or whatever their husband left them, but they don't have a source of income, So what you need to do if you're a woman in a traditional marriage where you're not bringing any income, you need to make sure you have your own source of income. But that's another model. That's another model, right? So it's not the same as a traditional once the woman starts to have some form of income coming in. But what y'all laughing at? You see where you stand? Okay, Chris. See? Anywho. So the next model is called the egalitarian model. And so this model is where both earn and both are expected to contribute equally, right? So that's equally in all parts. Equally in all parts. So couples with this model value often report a strong sense of fairness and partnership, especially around shared responsibility. So that means that y'all both bring in income, y'all both taking care of the kids, y'all both are cleaning the home. There's no separation, right? So at the same time, studies find that this type of marital model and this economic marital model can experience more conflict about division of chores and invisible labor. So it can reduce the satisfaction of the marriage altogether. So what this means is, okay, we saying we doing 50-50. You're doing 50-50. You paying half this rent. I'm paying half this rent. Or we know that our bills are, let's say, $5,000 all together in a month. You giving me $2,500, and if it's $5,000.24, you giving me $2,500.12. But the problem with this model is that as a woman, you're gonna already be doing more. No matter if a man believes it or not, you can't, as a man, you can't really see what you don't know. It's just really not that easy unless you was raised around all women. So a woman, especially if y'all have children, is going to automatically most likely be doing more than the man. Especially if y'all have children, right? So that's where that imbalance of equality happens. Okay. Chris, you is not the reason I got rules. You friend, relax, relax. You said half of my 2,512 is going into savings. No, because I've seen some videos, like, y'all know I love Remy Sethi, and then that's going to be the person. If you guys want to get more information about how these dynamics work in real time, that's going to be the videos that you watch. Those videos give you direct insight and honesty about these couples and even their background, how they was raised, that led them to having this financial mindset. So go watch his couple videos. He has the best videos, I promise you. And there's so many. Is he on TikTok? Those videos are on YouTube. But he might be on TikTok. I don't know for sure because I don't follow him on TikTok. I just follow him on YouTube. So, but those videos are long. Like, they're like podcasts. So you try to say 25% of your monthly salary? Okay. Some of y'all need to go listen to Andrew. He gonna put y'all on. So again, with this egalitarian model, both partners carry heavy workloads at home and at work, and burnout and reduced sexual frequency are more common in this type of model, and it can indirectly affect relationship quality. So this is okay if two partners are okay with being in those roles. You need two people to say, I am okay with us splitting our relationship down 50-50, with me doing this work and you doing this work, right? You guys have to be okay with doing that. It cannot be a relationship where you guys are just expected to do so. And you guys have to have clear communication in order for that model to work out. Because if you don't have clear communication about that model, then it's going to be more difficult for it to work out. So the next relationship model is called the hybrid dual earner model. So this is going to be kind of like the break off of the traditional, but it's not a traditional model. So with this, both people have a source of income, but one, let me sit up because I know that y'all probably can't see my face over the comments, y'all. I was too relaxed, y'all. He said do y'all's homework. But you can get them on the right path, Andrew. You can put them on the right path. So with this hybrid dual earner model, both couples in a relationship earn money, but one, which is more often the man, contributes more. So he'll contribute about 60 to 80% of the income, and the woman will contribute about 20 to 40. Again, this is something you have to communicate about what you're okay with contributing, and where that may go. What are you contributing? Where is it going? Because that doesn't mean that just because the woman is contributing that she's paying the mortgage, the rent, the car notes, right? She could contribute and be paying, I don't know, electricity. I don't know. It's up to y'all. So with this one, this research, it suggests that marriages where the husband earns somewhat more but the wife also tends to have relatively low divorce risk, right? So what that means is that both people have autonomy because they both have a stream of income. What would I do? What you mean? I would be in a relationship where my man wants to pay all the bills, but I would always have a stream of income. I've been having a stream of income since I was a child, so money gonna always come to me. It's inevitable. So it will probably look more like the hybrid. And I don't know about the paying the bills, but the money gonna be there and it's gonna be being saved. It's gonna go being invested, and my desire is to be the investor in the relationship, and I wouldn't mind managing the money, but I would be investing it in property and in other investments. That would be my role that I would be okay with taking. But I'm not gonna be the person bringing all the money. No, thank you. So, so where we at? Godson, bless you. Know I never went 50-50 with you. Don't play with me. Y'all better stop playing in these chats, creating narratives, false narratives. Spend on Rico while I'm spending all my money. What is y'all talking about? Okay, we off topic. Now, y'all don't disrespect Rico like that. Y'all know Rico not even that type of guy. He wouldn't even let a woman do that. Y'all already know that. Don't even play with him. Hey, Javon, how you doing? Have to have her own money. Please don't depend on me. I'm going to die one day. Although I'll leave everything to her. Just have a backup plan. John. John is hilarious. Yeah, Chris, you off topic, friend. You gotta let's reel it in. We gotta get back on topic. So again, back to this hybrid dual model where both people have income coming in. Again, this has a lower divorce risk compared to the traditional and compared to the other egalitarian model. I don't like saying that word. So obviously it's because two partners are autonomous and they can take care of their needs if necessary. That's a good one, Clarence. That's crazy. Spending money on a man is crazy. So with this marital model, it allows one partner to show more of the financial load while the other maintains labor force attachment and personal financial security. So it also appears to balance the role clarity with autonomy, and it explains why it performs well in terms of both stability and satisfaction. So what this reminds me of is this lady who I watch on YouTube. I love her channel. There's a few ladies who I watch. Of course, Ashira7 is this model where she married her husband. Well, the thing about it is that these models originally start off as more traditional, and then eventually they seem to lead to hybrid dual earning model. So what I see is that, like with Ashira, and then there's another girl named Zaria. I love both of their content in a way, but they both started off with their husbands being the sole provider and even taking care of them, all their needs, make sure that the money is there. And then what I see in both of those relationships, it leads to them having the opportunity to take care of their home, take care of the children, but then they open up the space to build their own businesses. So both of these women have their own businesses, multiple businesses, and multiple streams of income that obviously goes directly back to their children in their home. And so with Zaria, like Zaria is a younger content creator. She's probably in her 20s, and what happened is she showed gratitude to her husband by buying him a new car. Let me see if I can find the car. I know y'all probably car people. Let me see if I can find this for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I think her name is Real Mommy TV. Real Mommy TV by car. Where are you? Who is that? Let me see if I can find this. She's right here. Where's the video? So she bought her husband like his dream car. And it was real cute. And she said she got a lot of flack for doing that. She got a lot of flack. Y'all know I like to show y'all evidence. She got so many videos of cars, but where's the one she bought her husband? She had a whole little video that I watched of that one. It was a cute little car too. Jabron looking for you, Andrew. She purchased the whole vehicle for him. But they married, so I guess. Look, they married, they had 2 kids. She appreciate him because she was a stay-at-home mom for so long. I'm trying to show y'all this video. I thought it would come up. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me show y'all this video, y'all. Let's show y'all this video, y'all, so y'all can see what type of car she done bought her man. Let me pause it. Okay. So this is her. Real beautiful woman. She's real beautiful. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. She got the, you see, she got the, okay. Let me show y'all the car that she bought her man as an appreciation gift for him being such a provider. You said, okay. And I got it on silent because I don't feel like turning it up. Let me see if I can fast forward it. Sorry, y'all. It's a lot going on over here. Because I'm trying to do... Okay, here it is. Y'all see the car? This is the car she done bought her husband, y'all. That's her husband. A real provider. He probably done spent way more than what she spent on that car, on her. He done invested in her businesses. He the reason why she got them businesses. He the reason why she got the YouTube channel. A Corvette. He the reason why she got her businesses because he invested in her first, and then she went back and invested in her man and bought him this nice little car. Let me see. I wish she had a better picture of it, but that's all that she really showed, I guess. It's nice, ain't it? Let me see if I can show if she has a better picture. Maybe on Instagram. What? What is your dream car? My dream car is an Audi. Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to find this video. But y'all got the gist of what that looked like. But that's the possibilities that happen when you come from a traditional marriage where your man invests in you and you are allowed to grow your business. He invests in you and your business, which is one thing I've always appreciated being in a more dual income or coming from a more traditional background is the fact that, okay, this partner has invested in me so much, you know. Hey, GR. Welcome back, friend. I ain't seen you in so long. It's so good to see you. You say, my bad. To work on being called on. Okay. Okay. Y'all are hoots. Clarence, she wants... Oh, okay. Thank you, friend. Y'all are a hoot. Y'all, please. So, no, what? 1Q7? I don't know what type. I don't really care. As long as it's white on the outside. And I want it to be colored on the inside. So, either brown or tan. Or it can maybe be a little orange. I don't know about the red. The red is cute. But I like the brown interior. So, we'll see. And I want it to have the lights that go around. I want it to be like pink. Pink lights around it. I got it in my vision. I just don't know which one it is. Your dream car is a Bentley. Okay. A little Bentley. That's cute. Okay, so let's get back to the topic, y'all. So, like I was saying with the hybrid dual, I was giving you guys that information because from my seeings, a lot of the couples that I see started with more of a traditional where, you know, the woman didn't have much of an income. She just took care of the home. And then it led to the partner investing in her. And then that led to them having more of a hybrid earner dual model. Okay, period. Cornbread. And again, this type of relationship tends to have a relatively lower divorce compared to more traditional or the 50-50 relationship, because there is an autonomy, especially in finances, but the roles are clear. People know what they're doing. You know, they know what they're in the marriage doing, right? So there's more of a stability. So another model is that the female is a breadwinner, the woman is a provider, and the man may have an income, but she's the provider. She brings in the bulk amount of finances, and so the man ends up being the homemaker. So the studies in Europe and the US showed that when women consistently out earn their husbands, divorce risk increase. This is the studies. Life satisfaction lowers. Many people are not happy with this model. No matter how many people come on the internet and be like, what do you bring to the table? People are not happy when the woman is making more money. It's because it creates a direct cognitive dissonance to how people were socialized. And this has been socialization for hundreds of years. It's ingrained in your bones, in your cells, in your bones. So it makes you feel physically uncomfortable. Seriously. So this is more often going to create an issue in environments where men are socialized to be the breadwinner. So it becomes a social norm for men to be the breadwinner. So when female breadwinners in same-sex relationships, they report, hold up. So the women in those relationships, they usually report feeling shame, stress, or pressure. And it's tied to violating expectations about who should, right? The should idea provide, and it complicates financial planning and emotional intimacy, right? So once that woman is the provider, she starts to feel like she can't emotionally connect. She feels like shameful, especially when thinking about the outside world, because we do social comparisons. Parking place for a bike is crazy. Put that bike in the garage, y'all. Put that bike in the garage. Ride it when you need to. So, again, this type of model and relationship are strongly moderated by the culture. The culture is against it. The mental culture that has been created has socialized us to be against this model. And so people don't feel good doing it. And in more gender egalitarian contexts, the penalties are smaller. And in more traditional contexts, they are larger. So it really just depends on where you were raised, on how much this affects your mental. If you were raised in an area where women are more dominant and women are the providers, it's not going to worry you. But if you're raised in an area where men are identified as the provider, let's say Nigeria, you're a Nigerian man and your woman making more money than you, you're not going to feel good about yourself. Nigerian men are often socialized to be the breadwinner. Okay. So another model is that they're both high income earners. It's two people, they both get into the bag. Wife is an ocean and husband is a ship inside of it. Interesting comparison. What does that mean, friend? What does that mean? So with the dual high income earners, oftentimes you can see with those people, they outsource their domestic work. So that means that they're paying cleaners, cooks, they're paying people to wash their clothes, right? And in these type of relationship, both partners have a high income and they may even outsource childcare. So they may even have a nanny. They got other things being done by other people. And this shows high marital satisfaction when they agree on the outsourcing. They're okay with this outsourcing and they have a way to maintain emotional connection. But the issue is if one partner sees outsourcing as failure, right? If they're like, okay, we got all these people doing this work for us in this house, that is where some conflict or resentment can come in. So let's say that the husband feels like the woman should be in the home taking care of the home, but the wife is out working, getting to the bag. Then it's going to create a conflict in the marriage, because it's like, well, I was raised where the woman is taking care of this house, and you not doing that as other people in the house. So, conflict can increase despite both people having a high income. And this pattern highlights that shared values about how money should be supporting the daily life matter as much as the absolute earning. So it doesn't matter how much people are earning. It matters, how does our partnership value spending our money? Where should we spend our money? That is a bigger importance than how much money individuals have and where, what's going on with it. So another one, the last model that I have for you guys, there were 6 models, y'all. 6, y'all. And I only asked y'all about 3. But the next one is an unstable income model. So this is people who have gig jobs. One or both partners have volatile or gig-based earnings. So that means that they have an unstable source of income, and it's associated with higher stress, conflict, and relationship strain. And it causes unpredictable earnings, and it makes it harder to plan, save, or even feel financially secure. And it can make arguments more, it can cause y'all to have more arguments about money spending and the priorities that y'all have. So couples who manage volatile income best tend to use buffers like emergency funds. But oftentimes, if you have an inconsistent volatile income, you probably don't have an emergency fund, right? So during these, you have to be more transparent. Y'all have to have transparent communication and flexible budgeting. So those were the 6 ways, that models that I've seen. And those were a few ways how they affect relationships. Now that there's a bigger effect, because these affect sexual intimacy, emotional intimacy, behaviors. Because oftentimes, y'all, I've been wanting to talk about this, but I don't think it is on topic. So maybe I'll talk about it a little bit later. It always goes back to open communication. Facts. Stand on what you say. Okay, hold up. What am I missing? I'm searching ocean. My ship is not moving. Hold up. Wife is an ocean. Husband is a ship inside it. Okay. I'm searching the ocean. My ship is not moving. And then he said John. Laughing, laughing, laughing. Okay, I'm confused. My friend Jabon. So, I don't know what that means. But if you already in the ocean, that means you got a wife. So if you in the ocean, that means if you the ship, that means the ship is docked. The ship is not even in the ocean. I don't know. It don't make sense to me, friend. Make sure y'all double tap the live. Y'all like the live. So we got 6 different models of how marriages can have money going through the marriages. Let me plug my computer up, y'all. Son, do you want to say hi to the live? Y'all want to say hi to my son? Come here, baby. Come here, Sonny Bunny. Come here, my baby. Sit up. I don't want to bend so far down. Sit up. Y'all know what he likes in the mornings. I wipe my face with these in the mornings. So like he'll jump on my on the counter. He'll jump on the counter because he like when I wipe his face with this too. Come here, baby. You want me to wipe your face? Y'all hear him? I'm gonna put it up because he don't need his face washed right now. But he loves those, y'all. Come here, baby. Ugh. Say hi to your uncles and your aunties. Say hi to your uncles and your aunties, baby. He was asleep, and I woke him up. I'm sorry, son. So this relationship right now, this is my son, and I'm the full provider for my son. I'm the full provider for my son. Okay, baby, you want to get down? Hey. Hey, Venom. How are you? How have you been? Y'all ready to get back to the conversation? Y'all ready? Make sure y'all like the video. We're going to get back into it. So we're going to talk about socialization. Don't he be cooling, don't he? Cat is your son. Yes, that's my son. That's my sonny Winnie. The king of cats. Busy at work? Tell me more. How's it been, friend? Too busy. Okay, we're going to get back into it. So, socialization around provider roles. I don't want any children, Jermon. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so remember we talked about cellular activities, and I don't have my paper next to me. Oh, it's right here. So we talk about cellular activities and how that relates to human being behavior and activities, right? So I like to compare cells to a human behavior. And the way that cells know how to pair up and what organ it becomes, because you can't just put a heart cell in a nervous system cell and think that it's going to communicate with the nervous system and be a part of the nervous system, right? That's not how it works. So how does a cell know what organ is going to be? It's due to cellular socialization. The cell gets communication from its environment about who it is, and that's how it becomes who it is, right? So the same way with human behavior, humans do the same thing. In different studies, it shows that societies where norms say men should be breadwinners, man's unemployment is especially likely to lead to relationship dissolution, even when women work. So what that says is when a man is in an environment, hey Joshua, how have you been, friend? I ain't seen you in a minute as well. Shout out to all the old people coming back. So what this is saying is that in environments where the men are being told that they should be the breadwinner, when they lose that job, no matter if the woman has an income and taking care of everything, it creates problems in the relationship because the man wants to be the breadwinner more often. And so these norms shape different reports. So couples sometimes misreport income, so it appears the man earns more. It goes so far that people lie to protect the male identity. People will lie to protect the identity so men feel like the breadwinner. And that shows how deeply ingrained people want their partner to be the breadwinner. So gender norms also influence how financial stress is interpreted. So a man not providing may be seen as a character failure, while a woman not providing is framed as a more acceptable in traditional culture. So again, people want men to provide. Men want to provide. You think people know what it is in 2025? Explain further, my friend. Down better believe. Tell me more. What do you mean? So many men in most modern societies have been socialized to want to be the breadwinner. So when that's not possible, there could be subconscious insecurities that creates more conflict in a relationship. And so historically, you've seen that over the past several decades, women's labor participation, so them going back to school and them going back to work, have increased. And that made women more acceptable in providing as well. Get the... Didn't worry about an ocean. I love how y'all speaking in figurative language. So anywho, so the thing about it is that so much time has passed and we still have the same socialization that we had a couple of hundred years ago, right? So even though women's rights have increased, again, women are going back to school. They're most of the time now, women are more educated than men, right? You see that women are able to have their own income. it has not changed that mental thought that I want a man to be the breadwinner, right? That does not mean that they're going to always get a man that's a breadwinner. That just means that that is a foundational thought in their mind that says man breadwinner. So when they do come across being in a relationship, it can possibly create more conflict, right? So this is what you want to be a little bit aware of when you think about partnerships is what are some subconscious beliefs that I have ingrained in me about our relationship, and is that serving the relationship that we're in. Okay, so one thing that we've seen in our chats is that people will come in not knowing what's going on and they just say the most random stuff. We need context clues, friend. We need context clues. We don't know what you're talking about. So studies show that couples who explicitly talk about and renegotiate gender expectations fare better than those who silently assume old scripts, right? So that you have to communicate about so much in these relationships. And one of the things that you have to communicate is about gender expectations. You are a man, I'm a woman. What do you expect of me because I'm a woman? Most men expect for their wife to have their children. But as you've seen, somebody said that most people don't want to have kids. What if your partner does not want to have children? And now you have a gender expectation of what she should do, and it doesn't even click, right? Javon, you leaving? Lose control. What are you talking about? What? I'm gonna put y'all on mute. I'm gonna put y'all on mute. Y'all all over the place. What are y'all talking about? So there's some things when it comes to money patterns in marriages. Hey, Mr. Turtle. He's talking about I just got here. Don't mute us. Y'all acting up in the chat. We got rights. So financial therapists describe money scripts as deep, often unconscious, right? Beliefs about money learned in childhood. So these could be beliefs that money equates to safety. That means that if I have a lot of money, I'm gonna feel safe. That's just a belief. It doesn't make it true. Another belief could be rich people are selfish. Rich people are evil. That doesn't make it true. Or another one that I hate. The one that I hate the most is money is the root of all evil. I hate that one. I hate when people say it. So these scripts are linked to how people manage money, especially in relationships, in marital relationships. So the one belief can lead to avoidance behavior with finances, overspending, or even chronic anxiety with finances. You with somebody who don't even want to check their bank account because they have anxiety even at looking at the money in their account. So these are the beliefs that are going to affect the relationship that you're in. And when partners' money scripts clash, when they go against each other, so example, one person has a money worship idea, and that's a spender, and that person is paired with someone who is more vigilant when it comes to money, and they're a saver, the spender and the saver. That is where conflict comes about, because this person is saying money is not going to last forever. You might as well spend it today, and this person is saying you need to save and make sure you have investments and money put in different areas just in case a rainy day happens. And then so you got this person spending all their money and this person trying to save. Hella conflict is happening. Hella anxiety, arguments, and resentment is possible when that happens. So you want to make sure that y'all's financial scripts, y'all's money scripts are not clashing with each other. So financial trauma, which could look like growing up in poverty are witnessing eviction or bankruptcy can amplify these scripts. And it can lead to more concrete, rigid behaviors around saving, control, or secrecy. I'm going to put it in the chat. I did a money quiz. It was really easy. Let me see. Financial quiz type of money behavior. I forgot what I typed in when I clicked it. But, oh, I think this one. So this is a good quiz to do. It's very simple and very quick. If you guys want to know what type of spending behavior you or your partner had, this is going to support you in knowing y'all's spending behavior. I'm about to put in some emojis. Y'all know I like to put a little bit of emojis in the chat every now and again. So if you are even dating someone, that is a perfect quiz to see, will we even be financially compatible? I like to save money and this bitch like to spend. She don't even think about saving. Is this person going to stress me out? These are things you have to think about when you are partnering up. And even if you're married, so you can get a better grasp of what's going on in your partner's mindset about money, you should know. You shouldn't just assume. You should know. Y'all can have this quiz be a conversational starter. Y'all can even do the quiz together, because it's only like 17 questions and it's real quick. It's an easy quiz. You can even do the quiz together, and by each question have a conversation. Take an hour out your day to get to know the person that you're with. You're going to take one of the trophies. It's for you, friend. It's for you, John. You deserve it. John, you deserve a trophy. And it can even lead you to having conversations about financial trauma. Like I said, Ramit Sethi loved his videos, but you can see in his videos, especially when he asks about childhood, where a lot of the trauma comes from financially. Why people have this mindset about money and how it's affecting their current relationship. You can even see there's some couples where they're to the T repeating financial issues that they've seen in their childhood, not even knowing. Like one of them, I remember one episode where, oh my God, I'm trying to remember, y'all. One episode, one guy, man, this was such a good example. I'm not going to be able to remember all of it, but it was such a good example. I wish I could. I'm going to try to give it like a quick, he was basically repeating the same thing that his father went through when he was a child. So his dad, this what was happening. His dad spends all of his money and invested all of his money in his family. So trying to take care of the family business and sending money back home. But his family didn't do anything to support him back. So the dad ended up going into debt because of the family, trying to take care of his family, sending all his money back. So in his current relationship with his wife, the wife was like, you keep putting all this money. No, the problem was that he had invested in a family business, and the family business didn't work out. And nobody did anything about it, but all his money was in the business. So he lost so much money, and they were in extreme amount of debt because of it. So he literally repeated the same cycle that his dad did unknowingly. He didn't even realize it. And that's how deep subconscious beliefs go. And that's why you should have conversations about this, because it's going to be a conversational starter. And you get to know your partner and their relationship with money. I'm about to plug my phone up, y'all. Oh Lord, so many things to talk about today, y'all. That is sad. He didn't realize what was going on either until he had the conversation with Ramit. That's the crazy thing about it, is how much people don't know what's going on in their mind until somebody else, like Ramit, or like me, because that's the type of work that I do. Literally. Do you know how, this is the type of work that I do with subconscious beliefs, looking at the patterns that you're repeating. I'm sorry if I'm moving too much, y'all. I'm trying to get this stable, but I don't know how to get it stable because I have not tried to charge my phone while I was on live in so long. I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's see. It works. So that's the type of work that I do personally. It's not just about money, but some of my biggest stories that really shocked me was one of a spiritual lady. She had extreme trauma in her background, which in my beliefs led her to being the spiritualist that she was today. Her ability to connect to the dead. She was a medium, and she experienced physical trauma, and she experienced family members having physical ailments. And so when she would have like extreme panic attacks. And what would happen is it really debilitated her from being able to do some of the things in her marriage with her partner that she wanted to do. And she didn't realize that she was unintentionally recreating some of these trauma because of what she experienced. But of course, we had that conversation. She was like 60. She was in her 60s, and she didn't even realize that until we worked together. So that's why you want to work with somebody like me. I'm an inner work specialist, inner work coach. I'm going to identify these limiting beliefs because there are so many limiting beliefs that people cannot even attach on why they're doing things. But when you come and you work with me, I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. And I'm also intuitive. So it's not just me doing the evidence based, because we do surveys. When we do this deep mindset work like that with me, we do a survey first. And that gives me an outline of how to navigate our conversation. It is not no quick survey. It's like a 20-minute survey. We having a deep conversation. Let me not get too much into it. If y'all want to book a mindset coaching session, y'all do it. It's worth it. But we're going to keep going on. So different things that affect different psychological patterns that affect your relationship with money in your marriage. Another one could be money avoidance and anxiety. So financial avoidance refers to dodging bills. It could be not checking the balance, like I just mentioned earlier, refusing to engage in financial planning. And these things could be driven by shame or fear. These things could be started in childhood. Even I've had to do my own personal work. When I was the most anxious about money, I didn't check my bank account. I didn't want to see that. When I did the work, oh, I don't care about checking my bank account now, baby, because I know money gonna be there. So research shows that higher financial anxiety is associated with worse financial communication and more conflict. So if you are dealing with a person who don't even want to check their bank account, they don't even want to communicate about finances, just guesstimate that they probably have financial anxiety. And now it's time to figure out where it's coming from and why they have it, right? Let's have a conversation. They may not even want to have that conversation. They may even resist conversations like that. So you got to find a way to communicate. Maybe y'all can write about it, text about it. I don't know, do something. So in some issues, when your partner doesn't even want to communicate, it can lead to secretly checking your partner's bank account, overly focusing on how they're spending their money. And then it creates a heightened sense of like vigilance and like trying to be aware of what your partner is doing. And now you don't feel safe or stable in your relationship. So in marriages, avoidance means one partner may carry the full mental load of finances, which can create resentment over time. And the thing about marriages is we know that we need two individual autonomous people to come together and communicate at least monthly or even quarterly, whatever y'all feel comfortable with, about finances, what's going on with the money. Another one is financial infidelity. And I told y'all this story before about the couple that got together really young while they were in high school. She ended up being a business owner. He ended up working for her, which is something I would never suggest any man do, is work for his wife. It's crazy. Go get your own business, because you will not feel masculine if you do that. Most men will not feel well doing that. You have to be more feminine and be okay in that femininity for you to be able to do that. Like Amber and Ben. I always talk about Amber and Ben because that's the only couple that I've seen where the man is okay in his position in some way, at least from the outside looking in. So financial infidelity, like the one that happened where he ended up investing her business money and then he lost all of her business money. and went into debt, and he was hiding it, and he was not honest and forthcoming, and that led to them sleeping in 2 different bedrooms, because he had cheated before, but it wasn't the cheating that led them to this point. It was the financial infidelity. So that's defined as cheating with money, and that looks like hiding debt, hiding accounts, or having major purchases from a partner. We even I told you guys about the other one from Ramit Sethi. This is a more recent video, so if you go to his channel, you can watch this one at this moment. But it was about the vet, and every time his wife would have a baby, he would go out and buy a new car. Don't worry about money. Oh, you said no, that doesn't go on in your house. No, it wasn't that one, Rico. It wasn't that one. I don't think I showed you. I showed you that one, but I didn't show you this video particularly. Let me see if I can find it for you so you can know what I'm talking about. Just in case y'all want to look it up for yourself. Girl. Where am I at? Remy. I don't even know. I wanted to watch part 2, so I don't know if he posted part 2 yet. But I'm telling y'all, that I Will Teach You to Be Rich is going to be the videos that you watch if you want to improve your relationship with finances with your partner. So it's this one. The title is called I Wish I Never Combined Finances with Him. And so she basically wants to no longer combine finances with her husband, and they've been married for so long. They've been married for years. He's the one who would go and buy a new car every time they had a baby. Their children are grown. You see how old they are, baby? Your children grown. You just not having these issues and speaking on it is crazy. So that's financial infidelity, and it's associated with lower relationship satisfaction, lower trust, higher breakup rates, even when the amounts are not large. Even if it's a little bit of money, it don't gotta be a car. You cheating on me with this money. You lying. So it often develops in climates of fear, judgment, or control, where one partner feels they cannot be honest about spending or debt. In my opinion, financial infidelity, this is my opinion, not based on any facts, but I feel like financial infidelity can lead to actual infidelity. Because if you can hide money, especially large amounts of money, you'll hide anything. Seriously, you will hide anything. Another one is financial worry and partner perception. So I'm not going to go into detail about the rest. If y'all are interested, I'm just going to tell you guys what they are. And if you guys are interested, you can do your due diligence in looking into them. But we talked about financial worry and partner perception earlier, where the one partner perceives their partner's behavior as more negative. Another money mindset that can affect the relationship is spending and saving style and time horizon. So that shows the larger difference in financial values and money motives. And you got to know where your person wants to spend the money. And is that okay with you as a partner? Another one is mental load or division of financial labor. So y'all got to know who's doing what. Yeah, the husband may be the one to bring in the bulk of income or bring in all the income, but maybe the wife is the one who manages it and dictates where it goes, you know? So knowing who is going to do that is going to support the marriage. And then financial power dynamics. So making sure that decision making is not become a power struggle in the relationship, and it's more balanced in who gets what. Let me see how much more. We almost done, y'all. So understand that studies show that couples who have a joint bank account are more satisfied in life, in their relationships, because it creates the we dynamic in the relationship. You know, we talked about we in the last video, but sharing a joint bank account, whether y'all have y'all separate bank accounts as well, but as long as y'all know what's happening with y'all's money, is going to allow the relationship to be more satisfying to both partners. So experiments and surveys research show that couples who fully pool their finances in joint accounts generally report higher relationship satisfaction and lower breakup risk than couples who keep everything separate. So don't think like that lady said, I wish I never combined money. Well, baby, that's very telling. That's very telling about the relationship. So hybrid models where it shows joint accounts for shared expenses and small separate accounts tend to perform better than fully separate, but slightly below fully pooled arrangements in terms of reporting happiness. So, however, pooling works best when both partners see it as fair and safe in relation with financial infidelity or power abuse. Separate accounts may temporarily be protective. If you have to separate accounts because you feel like you are being abused, there is a bigger problem at play. So, another thing about money in marriages is most often people who are married make more money. Not make more money, but they save more money and they can invest money in quality ways that often leads them to making more money, right? So, studies shown that married couples accumulate significantly more wealth over time than just couples who live together, even if they have similar incomes. Why? It's the we versus you and I, right? So, marriage provides legal and psychological stability that encourages long term investments, while cohabitating couples are more likely to keep finances separate and plan for a shorter horizon. And this does not mean all marriages are wealth building, right? Just because you married don't mean you're thinking about the long term. But on average, marital status and joint planning are associated with higher net worth. You keep your bank account to the bank. Okay, friend. And another one shows that socioeconomic stress show that unstable income and job loss are strongly linked to increased conflict. So again, if y'all don't want to, we never know the day that we might lose whatever. If you do not want marital conflict to come from a loss of job or income, have a plan A, plan B, plan C, and plan D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, N, Z, W, X, Y, N, Z, A, B, C, 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Make sure y'all do that for yourselves. It's like, don't think about life in a, what if this happens to me? Think about it in, if this happens to me, I have a backup plan. If you have a consistent fear in your mind, especially as a man who wants to be a breadwinner, if this is the reasoning that you're afraid because you know that today's economy is not a good economy, and you know that you want to be a breadwinner, but you also know that you don't think you can do it because of the economy, start planning for who you want to be and not who society makes you. I'm telling you, because that's one of my biggest irritating things is to hear a man say things like, what do you bring to the table? I actually never heard a man say that to me directly, honestly. I'm going to tell you the truth. Never heard a man tell me that directly, but you see these things online. You see these conversations online. So obviously there's some woman who's probably heard these things, but I have definitely heard men online. I don't know. Maybe I could have tuned it out because that's traumatic to hear stuff like that. I don't know. I don't want to hear stuff like that. But definitely online, I've seen men being like, you know, what does she do? What's her money doing? And it's like, why are you so worried when most of the time you want to be the man who does it all? Most men want to be the Superman, quote unquote, because that's how you would look at it. If your man taking care of everything, is like he's Superman. And so it's like, if you feel afraid of doing that, start preparing to be the man you want to be and not the man that society is trying to force you to be. Okay? So, you know, life is going to go on. Things are going to be experienced. Make sure that you and your partner have the same money values. I cannot stress this enough. This is a recent study done in 2024. Do I have a book for this? It's a lot for you to remember. You're just going to have to rewatch the live, friend. I don't have a book for it. Do I need to create an ebook and just put all this information in the ebook? Is that what I need to do? An ace in the hole is good, but 2 aces are even better. I don't even know what that means, but you are right. I know that you're right. That's all I know, Rico. I need to put this in a little book and put it on the Amazon, y'all. I don't know. Maybe y'all need to make it real interactive. This is for the man who want to be a provider. He said the pressure, the pressure. I'll try to summarize it up before we get off of the live. I'll summarize it as much as possible so that it's nothing too heavy to leave with, and you can have a good gist of how to go about it. So, okay, again, money values need to be known in your relationship. So you need to know, and that's why the quiz that I put earlier, I'll put it again in the chat. Shoot. I'll put it again in the chat. Girl, what was that quiz called? Money quiz. Oh, here it is. I'll put it again in the chat for anybody who is new. I'm going now later. Bye, friend. Have a good day. So for anybody who, there you go. For anybody who just now came into the chat, if you want to do that quiz, this is the perfect conversational starter. You can do that with your partner while you guys are doing it together. Each question, y'all can discuss it. Y'all can talk about financial traumas, all those things to support you and your partner. And you can see what the values are in your relationship. So again, how important is spending? How important is saving? Are you more worried about a financial status? Do you want to be seen as financially competent, or does that matter at all? How important is financial security? This is going to predict better relationship quality than anything else. Do we share the same values? Are we committed to the same destination? Okay, you can't have a couple want to get a map and one person trying to go to Savings Island and the other person is trying to go to the mall. Okay, y'all not even going in the same direction. So even couples with different incomes can function well if they agree on what money is for. So is this money for experiences, security, status, and generosity? I think that also relates to organization of accounts, financial accounts. So I think that's a good reasoning why a lot of these joint accounts work out, because if you have your finances organized in the right way, that means that, okay, you may have 1 or 3 bank accounts. One bank account is leading to daily spending. So this is the account that you may spend on just every daily things that you may want to just go buy stuff. It's a fun account. You saving for vacations. Another account may be for just bills. And so now all this money is going directly to our bills. And we know that 20% of this check is going here, and then another account may be going towards investments. All those things. Getting back on track is the trick. GR, yes, like GR said, and we always know one of the biggest predictors of relationship lasting is how quick it takes them to get back on track, get back happy, get back to their happy place. So even couples with different, like I said, even couples with different incomes can function as long as they agree on what the money is for. And so misalignments on that, such as one partner seeing money as a safety and the other seeing it as freedom, creates tension in the relationship if it's not addressed. So make sure that you and your partner are communicating y'all's financial goals long term. What is y'all shared goals? Do you guys want to purchase a home together? Maybe you guys already own a home, but you want to invest in a different property. Maybe you guys want to start saving for education, whether that's for yourself or for your children. Maybe you guys want to invest in retirement. Warm-blooded, Rico, Antarctica too cold for me. One going to Tahiti, one going to Tahiti and the other going to Antarctica. Exactly. So another one, the process of setting goals together matter. Collaborative planning, we know that marriage is about co-creation, a union of two people who come together to create long-term life, legacy, children, property. That's what marriage is for. Marriage is not for love. You love each other, just, I don't know, cohabitate. Marriage is for people who want to contribute to their economy in a productive way because they want more for themselves and they want the stability that marriage provides. So when y'all start setting goals together, long-term goals about whatever you want to spend your finances on, it creates that we mindset, and it reduces the idea that one partner is going to be the one that is carrying all the loads or the mental loads, because y'all both know what you're in for and y'all both desire it together. So without those shared goals, money arguments tend to circle around short-term spending instead of long-term direction. Again, when you have values, when you have shared values, it's like you being out there in a foggy mist in the ocean, and the only thing directing you is a light in the very far background, and it tells you exactly how to get to where you're going, because that light is the value. It's the goal. So even when you're lost in the sauce, you will have direction, and it's not going to be short-term direction. It's not like you're going to move 2 inches and it was just a little fish in the ocean. You know, a little fish with the little light. It's not that light. It's a light of safety. Go to the light of safety, y'all. So remember, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. So you need to know that these relationships, let me make sure I say this right with a less shiny face, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, y'all ready? It's not about how much money people are making in these marriages. Never the problem. The problem is more of the patterns that are occurring in the relationship. So how roles are structured, who does what, who plans, who's bringing in the bulk of the money, who's paying these bills, who's managing the bills, who's investing this money, where are we putting our money towards, what are our financial values. These are more important than just how much people are making. How stable is the income? How fair are these arrangements? Am I okay with the financial role that I have? Am I okay that I'm the breadwinner, whether I'm a man or a woman, and I am contributing all of my money to these bills? Am I okay with that? If you are not, you're in the wrong relationship. Go in a relationship where you feel okay. If you are a man and you don't want to be the breadwinner, go find a woman who's okay with that. There's many women. Sugar mommy, you can go get one. I'm telling you, they out there. It's a woman who's out there who will do that. I promise you. Remember, financial conflict is coming from secrecy or worry. So if you feel like y'all keep having the same conflict and it's not making sense, it's probably deeper than what you see it as. So this conflict is more dangerous than not having money. It's more dangerous than having a low income, because they erode trust and they destroy how partners see each other. Y'all over here arguing about a funnel cake. The problem is not the funnel cake. The problem is your partner does not trust you in spending money. Why is that? Let's get to the solution. Here's the problem. Let's get to the solution. Another role that often plays out is the socialization of men to be the breadwinner. Are you okay with that gender identity? We know that identity is an important value in marriage as well. Are you okay with the identity of being the breadwinner as a male? And if you are no longer the breadwinner, how are you going to deal with that while being married? How are you going to deal with that so it does not destroy y'all's marriage? Because when you have that identity that you believe you're supposed to be, when it no longer aligns to who you are in that moment, it creates a separation risk. Again, marriages that have joint accounts often are more satisfied in their marriage. So joint or partly joint financial systems and shared goals are consistently associated with higher satisfaction and stability, as long as both partners feel respected and informed. So let's summarize it. Know what type of marital economic model you want. Do you want 50-50? Do you want traditional? Do you want both people to have an income? Is it that you want both people to have an income and you don't care that your wife contributes anything, as long as she has an income still and she can do what she needs to do when she needs to? Or do you want your wife to have an income and she contribute maybe 20% towards something? What do you want? Maybe her 20% is contributed towards investments. for the family, right? Do you just want her income to be focused on investing? Do you want it to be focused on today's bills, the water bill, the electricity bill, the rent, the insurance, the mortgage, right? You got to know what you want in your relationship. Or as a wife, as a woman, you're married. Do you want your partner to be the sole breadwinner? What do you want for your relationship? So knowing the marital role that you feel safest, happiest, and most satisfied in is going to be important. Knowing the values, how you want to spend your money, and how your relationship with money is going to be important, you and your partners. Because if they are conflicting, it's going to cause conflict in your marriage. So are you a spender? Are you a saver? Are you both? Do you have a balance? What's going on? What are your values? Where do you want your money to go? How do you want to save your money? Are you saving for homes, investments, education? Those your values. Do you value going to go get a donut every morning and hot chocolate or coffee? Because that could be something that creates conflicts. If your partner is going to go get Starbucks every morning and you spending $10 every morning on Starbucks, you done spent, how much is 10 times 365 days? 365 times 10. You done spent $4,000. Some people may see $4,000 as nothing. Some people may see it as everything. I rounded it up, y'all. You like Krispy Kreme? Again, summarizing it. What type of financial trauma does your partners have? What were their experiences with money that made them choose the lifestyle that they have today? Unconsciously. Because remember, these are subconscious beliefs that's affecting y'all's relationship. And then, what do you believe your desire is based on how you were socialized? What society is telling you about your gender identity? What role do you think you should play in your relationship? And is that okay? Is it causing any cognitive dissonance within you? Do you feel uncomfortable as a woman being the breadwinner? Because one thing I didn't mention is that, I kind of mentioned it, how women will lie for their partners, or they'll even downgrade themselves to make their partner feel more masculine. And we don't want one partner to shrink just to allow another partner to expand. You may feel like that's love, but that's not love, because you're closing yourself off for another person, and it happens more often than you think. And then, how are we going to join accounts? Because we know that joint accounts lead to higher satisfaction in marriage. How are we going to join accounts? How are we going to separate our accounts to make sure that we are satisfied? These are the biggest things I want you guys to take away from this conversation today. Make sure you guys like the video. Let's see our poll. Shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Let me see what y'all talking about. I missed a couple of things. You said a person can be doing good in an aspect for 12 years, and then they hit a rocky, rough patch, but the spouse forgets those 12 years and gets upset instead of being supportive. So that's where therapy. Because what could possibly be happening is identity shifting. And we all know that when identity shift, it causes a lot of disruption in the relationship. So what's really the problem? Because it's not, it can't be that you hitting a rough patch. I'm not saying whatever this is supposed to be going towards. It can't just be a rough patch, right? It has to be a deeper issue. Because to be with somebody for 12 years and not have empathy is crazy. Not have empathy, is it because there's a lack of savings and you like, okay, why is there no savings? Is it like, what's really going on? That's what I would need to know. Because if you're just dealing with somebody and you did your best, you even have savings, you have investments set up to prepare for moments like this, and they still have issues with you, Or they feel like you're not doing it. I don't know. It's some lack of empathy is crazy. So you said whatever financial background she or he got, the other know that when get together and you have to swim over waves together without doubting, blaming anyone. Is that Jabron? Jabron, is that you? No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Hello. Yup. Thank you. Y'all, so that's my summary for today, y'all. That's my summary for today. I didn't know when I was all the way back here, y'all could probably see all my stomach. I was not meaning to do that, y'all. I'm looking at the, oh Lord, y'all can see all my stomach. Look, let me cover myself up, y'all. But that's what I need to look at is is the end goal. So we had 27 people voted today in our poll. And most people said they don't know Jabron on another account. Most people said they don't know. That's so interesting. I hope you guys figure out what you want. Because if you don't know what's most realistic for your future marriage or for your marriage, you shouldn't be married. You shouldn't get married. No, 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 no. And then all the other ones are about equal. 50-50 got 18%. And then one is a provider, one is a homemaker. And one person earns and the other one pays the most bills. Oh, no, I said that wrong. One person is a provider and one is a homemaker. And then both earns and one pays most of the bills are equal at 21%. But most people said that they don't know. Should you put money before the person? Hey, Jared, friend, how you been? I don't know what that means, GR. Should you put money before the person? What does that mean? Like, let me try to guess. Like, go to work and not see them? If y'all having financial problems, you probably should just go to work. Just go to work and don't see them for a couple of days. That's okay. Thank you, Jared. Make sure you like the video, friend. What's another one? Put money before the person. So, like, in the video that I showed you earlier where the woman was like, she didn't want to combine the finances. She was like, I want to get divorced. She was playing, but she was serious. So, if you think that financial issues are leading you to divorce, therapy. Therapy first. Therapy is important first. That should be initial. The initial decision is to go to therapy. Yeah, but GR, you're going to have to explain to me more, friend. I'm about to put some emojis in the chat, y'all. Y'all ready? You want to see what emojis I put? Thank you, Jared. There's the emojis. YouTube got some cute little emojis. It reminds me of Cartoon Network. Don't somebody, y'all used to watch Cartoon Network? It reminds me of like Adventure Time or something. Or like, what's that one show with the people who got gems in the head on Cartoon Network? Let me see. I'm going to tell y'all the story that I was going to tell y'all before we get off of here tonight. Y'all. Steven Universe. Thank you, Rico. Because thank goodness I did not have to look that up. But you are on point. Thank you, thank you. Steven Universe. They remind me of Steven Universe as well. So, let me tell y'all this story. Because I've been seeing this trend. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all know most of y'all don't wear lip gloss. But my lip gloss is clumping. And I don't like that. Did you grow up off of Adult Swim too? Let me see. Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network kiddos. Money aspects more important instead of being supportive to the person. Money aspect, like your values. You should never lose your values. That's not okay. Compromise, maybe, but forget about them? No. Money aspects more important instead of being supportive to the person. Okay, so okay. So with the same situation that you just said, right? So working 12 years, getting to a rut, and now there's conflict in the relationship because money is not the same. So again, it seems like it could have been an identity shift where values could have been compromised. So let's just say one person was the provider, let's say the traditional way, right? The traditional way where one person didn't have an income, the other person's the provider. No. This is modern day. Let's say it's more a hybrid where one person has a little bit of income and then the other person is a provider. The provider loses out on all the money. And for some reason, for a whole year, let's say a whole year, because we going past the 3 to 6 months, a whole year, they were not able to go and get an income. What happens is it sounds like there could be a financial stress and worry. We talked about worrying can distort how one partner sees the other. One, you said within reason, of course. So is a year too long? I don't know. We're going to use it. We're going to be dramatic. So financial distortion is causing one partner to see the other in a lighting that may not be the correct way. But let's say the person is worrying about finances and they say, okay, well, there's a lack of preparedness for these situations. This person should have been prepared. Now they're seeing every aspect of you that's unprepared. And now they are worrying more about a situation because of one initial situation. Again, therapy. That's what I would say. Therapy. Specifically, if you can find a therapist that specializes in finances, couple finances, even if it's online, because that's going to be more important than, anything, because we don't know what's really going on mentally. One partner can be depressed because their inability to get the finances together, and the other partner could be looking at them like, well, I thought you were that guy. Again, Ramit Sethi. Go scroll through his channel. You might find a relationship just like that. And you get more insight about it. But I want to hear y'all's perspective on this because I've been seeing this trending. And I just thought it was so crazy. I had to do my own little research on it because I'm like, what is going on? But there's this trend on TikTok where the woman, she'll have a cup, like a glass cup or a see-through cup, and it will be, let me see if I can just find one real quick. And let's see. I'm waiting to meet this person. What person? Hey, Ash, my heart. How you been, friend? I ain't seen you in a minute. So I'll just explain it while I look for it. So what happens is it's typically a male and a woman. And the man is like, the man is just sitting there and the woman is recording the video. And the woman says, don't drink this, right? Don't drink this, girl. They want me to log in and everything. I don't even got time for this. This is too much. The woman is like, don't drink this. and she'll set a glass cup like this down like this. Oh shoot, y'all! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing too much. My phone. I can probably take this off the charger now. It's been charged a little bit. There we go. So the woman, she'll have a glass cup and she'll set it down in front of him, and she'll be like, don't drink this, okay? I'll be, I gotta go get something. And she'll start talking to the camera like she talking to people, and she'll be like, y'all, okay, I got the cup. Just have low expectations. Not low expectations, I'm dead. And she'll talk to the camera and she'll be like, y'all, okay, I'm about to do this real quick, just to give a little clarity or background. And it's like the man don't hear none of that. All he hears is, don't drink this. The woman will leave, and before she leaves, she'll pour like apple juice in it, and then she'll leave. And then while she's going, he'll go and he'll drink it. He'll be like, don't tell me to drink this. I'm about to drink. I forgot I got my phone right here. I can look at my other TikTok. He's like, don't tell me to drink this. I'm going to drink this. So he'll take a sip of the drink, and he'll be like, oh, and he'll be like, ew. He'll be like, ew, what is that? And sometimes he will even go and pour more apple juice in the cup. He'll even put more apple juice in the cup to try to hide, look, the infidelity, that's the lying, that he even drunk it. And she'll come back and she'll be like, did you drink this? And he'll be like, no, they all lie. They will all lie. He'd be like, no, I didn't drink this. And then she'll be like, okay. And then she'll keep talking to the camera, and she'll be like, okay, y'all. So I added the apple juice. She'll be like, I got my little, what is it called? Like cotton pad. So all you have to do is swirl the cotton pad mix with the pea in the apple juice. All you gotta do is mix the apple juice and the pea. And this is how you know if you have an infection. And the guy, he'll look at her like, pee? And she'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, oh. And then he started doing all, he'd be like, why you didn't tell me that you pissed in here? Why would you do that? Da, da, da. And she'd be like, I told you don't drink my apple juice. Well, she didn't say apple juice, but she said, I told you don't drink that. And he'd be like, why would you do that? Da, da, da. And it's like, it's the same thing. I've seen about 10 videos. I have not seen a video where they don't do the same thing, where the men don't drink it. It's like you tell a man not to do something, and he said, you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And then he end up looking stupid. I'm really trying to find these videos. I'm really trying to find it. Here we go. Here it is. I'll find one for you. I found it. Thank God.
What are you doing? Real quick. I got the camera on while I'm eating. That's my favorite apple juice. Don't drink my stuff. What? I'm getting one thing. Got that camera on me. That don't taste like my apple juice. Girl, you got the camera on me? Like, what's wrong with you? Okay. So I found out the perfect hack to see if you have a UTI or not. So you take some of your pee, like you pee in the cup, and then you put apple juice in, and they said stick like a little cotton padded thing and just dip it in there. And if it turns like a brown color, then you have a UTI. If it stays the same color, then you're good.
A what? A what?
Like I'm good.
A what?
You're in check infection.
Apple juice, right?
And pee.
You fucking lying.
I told you not to drink my stuff. You drink some?
You lying. Like, tell me you lying. Tell me it's a break.
I'm serious.
You lying. You're drinking that apple juice.
Sex.
Piss.
I told you not to drink.
Man, I drunk that.
I said don't.
You poured it in some bed.
It has stuff in there before I.
Oh my God.
Wait, let me show y'all a different one. Hold up.
If I can do what?
What are you doing? What do you have the camera?
Now, wait, she didn't even say nothing in this one. Let me see if I can find another one, because she didn't even really say nothing. There was one where I found where she was talking very clearly. And, like, if you would have just listened to her, you would have known, like, okay, she really doing something with this. No, I can't find it.
Yeah. Can you please watch this for me so the dogs don't get it while I go get my cotton pad? Why? I do not drink it. I can't have a sip. It's mops. This is the jam. Will you please just listen to what I'm saying? I have to get my cotton pad. Why is this so fast? Okay, everyone, so listen. Did I drop some of this? I'm sorry. Here's the thing. If you pee in a cup, right, you add some apple juice. This was on Google. If you put your little cotton pad in there and it turns brown, it means you have a UTI. Honey? What? You already peed in the river? What? You already take over? What? You already pissed? You pissed in there already? Yes, I did. I told you not to drink it. Did you drink it? Beer Box Holmes, did you drink it? When I literally said, don't do what you said. I just wanted to... I told him not to drink it, didn't I? They don't listen, do they? It's apple juice, Ethan. Do not throw up. It's apple juice. Can you please watch this for me?
Y'all, when I tell y'all that shit was so funny. That was so funny. And I was just like, why don't these people listen? It's like, when you tell them not to do it, that's when they really get the mindset of, I know you didn't just tell me not to do it. Like, to me, it's like, why don't you just drink out the bottle? Because most of the time, they'll leave the bottle. That would just do it like pee. And the problem, look, because GR, you said she shouldn't have put that right there. But the thing, it's a prank. So it's not actual pee. Like, it's not like they really pee. What they really doing is they put in apple cider vinegar. They mixing it with apple cider vinegar. And that's why they don't taste like applesauce. I mean, apple juice. Because they mix it with apple cider vinegar. So it's like, they just trying to see if they gonna listen or not. Like, is they really gonna listen or they gonna sit up here and play? So I thought that was so funny. Because it's like, no, but for real, why are y'all not listening? It's 2 seconds. And then most of the time they be lying. I'm like, that's crazy. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention, because I had to do a whole little deep dive on why is every single man in this video taking a sip after they said don't drink it. Good night, Joey. What you say on Barbershop? Who drunk my apple juice? Look, you want to see that? Let me show you. I'm going to show you the video for that one, because I know you want to see it. Let's see. Let's see. Apple juice. Eve. Let me see.
Oh, y'all don't hear me? Huh? Who drank my goddamn apple juice?
Oh, Terry. Stop cussing. This ain't Def Comedy Jam.
I put a big ass red
Terry,
sign.
stop cussing. Yellow man.
I put a big red sign said do not drink me.
Maybe no one drank it. Maybe it evaporated.
Maybe I'm about to slap you. Don't get on my bad side. You ain't been here nothing but a minute. I will shoot your white
So it
ass.
ain't like you talking about a bottle of Hennessy or nothing. You talking about some funky ass
This
apple
is
juice.
my funky ass bottle of apple juice, and I don't touch nobody else's stuff
Hey,
around
Terry.
here. What?
Jimmy drank your apple juice. Oh, now hold up now.
Why you touch my apple
You
juice?
was looking at it
You
for
touch
one
my
moment.
apple juice?
What
I'm
does that mean?
cootie.
You see me drink it? I ain't have to see you drink it. You was the one that asked about it.
You have the ocular proof.
What did I just say?
We have the ocular
What did you
proof.
say, man? I said I didn't
That's
have to see you
crazy.
drink it, man. You know, but did you see me drink it? I ain't have to see you drink it.
What did you say?
Say you ain't drink it.
Say you ain't drink it,
You ain't
Jimmy.
drink it?
Knock his college ass up. Hey, come on. Scratch that. Hey, stop. Let him go. This ain't the projects, okay?
Who drank my apple juice?
I had to show that for you, John, because you was like, y'all know what that scene? Let's show you. Let's show you. But y'all, that's all I got for y'all today, really. When your wife say don't do something, just listen, y'all. When your girl say don't do it, just listen, y'all. You don't need all the extra. Someone stealing, eating the food you exactly. I wish somebody would steal my food, baby. Ain't nobody gonna have food in that refrigerator. If I don't have my food, nobody else gonna get no food either. Yes, it's gonna be like that. All the food going in the trash can. I don't care. I gotta stand on what I stand for. But that's just me, y'all. It's the pettiness in me. But GR, you said if they use real P. If I ever did that and I use real P, you just gonna have to learn the lesson. Who said that earlier? Somebody said something about lessons learned. I think that was Joshua. Joshua, what is you going on over there, friend? What is going on? Y'all. Did y'all see the rules? Where the rules at? Where the rules at? Why don't they see the rules? I don't know. The rules are somewhere. Y'all gotta look at the rules. I don't know how you find it on here though. Okay, most people don't know what's realistic for their future marriage. That is so crazy. But the second one is both earns and one pays most of the bills. Interesting. Y'all, think about it for yourselves. What y'all want? What's okay with y'all? Because again, we can't allow society. Oh, you right. You right, John. You right. We cannot allow society to dictate who we are and what we want for ourselves. That's just not how it works. That's how unhappiness sets in. Okay. Girl, not this Ramit video playing in the background. Not the Ramit video playing in the background. Y'all ready? Hold up. Ramit, be quiet, Ramit. The police is coming to get you. Put your hands behind your back. You have violated the rules for the channel. You have violated the rules for the channel. The police is coming to get you. You better not run. You better not hide. The police is coming out tonight. They're coming for you. Y'all. And on that note, on that final note, don't be a rule breaker or the police will come and get you. Y'all be cool. We got a few more episodes left. We got a few more episodes left. Oh Lord. Only a few. Let's see. Topic list. So let's see what we have left. So we have leisure and bonding. No, John gonna be back. Joshua is a reoccurring member. He'll be back. He's probably still here, but you'll be back, friend. Can't wait to have you back. So we know for sure the last 2 episodes will probably be closer to December, so in like a week or so. But the last 2 episodes will be 7 reasons you shouldn't get married. And then another one will be preparation for marriage and dating for marriage. So how do you date for marriage? How do you know you just shouldn't get married? It's just not for you, because marriage is not for everybody. But some other ones that I really want to do, since I finished the Is Marriage for White People book. It was a really good book. I did definitely cry in it. Being a Black woman, reading that book, it made me super sad. So I do want to have that conversation. It's going to be like the theme of it is going to be marriage and culture, but we'll be more focused on Black culture. And we'll try to, use some comparisons, maybe with Indian or white people as well. But the main topic will be Black culture, interracial dating. Black culture and interracial dating. because in summary, the last little bit of that book, he basically was like, you know, black women, you don't have a chance, you know, with so many black women being highly educated, career oriented, making good money, compared to black men who, this was written in 2011, many of them are incarcerated, they don't value education, so they're not in school, they're not making as much money. Oftentimes it's going to create a relationship dynamic that's imbalanced, and they don't typically work out. And then he said most of the time, you know, when a black man makes more money, he dates outside of his race, so it leaves that dating market for black women who want to date black men very low. And basically he's like, the solution, if y'all want the black race to thrive and not be ghetto and have so many baby mamas and basically stuff like that, then more black women need to go date outside their race. Okay, John. So that's what I want to talk about, is marriage and interracial culture. Interracial dating. I think that would be interesting. Maybe we'll do that Friday because today's Monday. No, I want to save that for, I don't know, it's so many conversations. I don't know. Maybe we'll save that for Sunday or Monday conversation. And on Friday, we'll do leisure and bonding in marriage. And we'll just kind of expand that conversation about leisure and bonding. And then we also have marriage and community. So, you know, make sure you have a community because you can't do it by yourself. So we have 6 more conversations left on the pool. I do not have marriage and children on this list. I don't really want to talk about it. It's not an interest of mine right now. So maybe in the future, if we expand this conversation, we'll talk about it in the future. But this time, we'll leave the marriage and the children out of this conversation. And we'll leave it at that. Time is flying. Lower your expectations and it can still work for the best. No scrubs or ratchets, though. No scrubs or ratchets. And I think that's what this conversation really supports people in understanding, is getting their expectations in order so that they are more reasonable and they align to your values in marriage. But we'll talk more about that in the 7 reasons you shouldn't get married or how to prepare for marriage conversation, GR, because I will definitely take that into consideration, because that was another thing about having high expectations of other people. But y'all have a wonderful Monday evening. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys for all of your supports. Shout out to all of my moderators who is always here being the best. I appreciate you guys. So stay true, stay real. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.